All in favor of the motion to approve the FY24 district budget reduction program, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I thought it would be good to lay this out in this kind of a format so it's clear what it is that is on the list. This is consistent with what has been shared with you previously in meetings and going back to February. I'm not going to take the time to read everything in here. A couple things that I'd maybe just highlight, I guess. You know, as Bruce indicated, the reductions are going to result in higher class sizes and reduction in opportunities. Included in here, we have a number of cuts to classroom and teaching positions. I think there's a total of 11, a little over 11 FTEs and licensed teachers. That comes from across the spectrum of really childhood, actually, all the way up through senior high. The reductions impacted all buildings and most areas, teachers, paras, secretaries, administration, activities, special education. Some of what's in here is following through on things that the district said that it would do. There's some that are reflective of selling property and getting rid of excess buildings, reducing lease costs. That were, again, things that the community was told that we would do. Some of in here is going to require the reset of expectations. Staff. Some of the positions will result in staff having to adjust expectations or else support. We just heard from Bruce talking about an assistant principal not being there. That's going to be real. Staff are going to feel that. And we have one less technician. Staff are going to feel that. That's going to mean slower response time. Things like that are going to show up, and so expectations will have to change. Our community will have to change its expectations in some cases, in terms of response, in terms of our enrollment process. Again, intra-district transfer letters went out. People are having to reapply to have their kids go to a school different than the one that they live in. And so we're hoping to honor as many of those as we can, but we're not promising that we'll be able to. Some other programs that were significant, our Spanish program at our middle schools, obviously a significant program to lose, and so, but when we're looking at the context of things that we're required to do by the state of Minnesota and things that we would prefer to do or want to do, just didn't fit into that dynamic. So a lot on here. The target was to be in that $2.4 million range. This represents that.
This is really all about balancing our budget through it. And I realize there are a lot of staff in here. There's some non-staff related issues, and it looks like you and your administrative team have made cuts in all areas of the district to get our budget balanced. And when you're talking over $2.4 million in cuts, I appreciate the work that went into this. I understand the difficulty on the other side of it, but I think we all realized that this year was going to be the tough year and when the pain was really going to be felt internally as well as externally. And I know we've all had questions from the public in regards to the cuts being made, and I'm sure we'll have more going forward. But again, not to be repetitive, this is all about getting our budget balanced so that we can become healthy again going forward. So again, appreciate the work on one side. On the flip side, I appreciate the anxiety of staff and the programs that are being cut as well. So thank you for the work.
This legislative session isn't going to fix our concerns. It's not going to fix the concerns of the other districts in the state, and we're going to see a lot of districts make reductions this spring because of decades of underfunding.